Hello, and welcome to the next episode of Remembering Dark Souls. Today, I think we're going to try and see if we can ring that first bell of awakening. So you'll remember we unlocked this shortcut last episode, and there was this whole situation where our buddy here has had an unfortunate encounter with some hot peppers. And he's having some indigestion. Now, there's mainly two ways to get past this guy. You can go under the bridge. There's a slight little section that goes into some sewers briefly, and then you come out on the other end. Or you can just wait here for a little bit and just run between his legs. Oh no. He's cheating. This is cheating. That's not what's supposed to happen. Okay, let's take the sewers. I have actually not seen him do that before. Okay, well, keep things interesting on this show. So we got some lads here. Now, with the Zweihander, I'm a little bit less encouraged to be trying to backstab everyone, because I can just knock them flat. These rats here can be a pain. So, just gotta take them one at a time. Yep, there we go. See, they do a poison buildup. You get bit too many times, can kill you pretty quickly. Thankfully, we managed to luck out pretty well down there to offset the bad luck we had with the dragon. Okay, so now we are officially in the Undead Parish. Oh, I did not realize there was... Okay. That's one of the downsides to going that way, is that, we're missing that bonfire is locked away. And, I want to have that bonfire. So I might see if I can get this dragon friend to cooperate. Reset him. One thing you may have noticed is we quickly picked up quite a few souls, especially because that dragon, when he breathes fire, will breathe them on all of the hollows on the bridge too. So this is a good way to pretty quickly get some more levels without really having to do very much work. So what did I expect to happen, or what normally would happen in this situation, is when he jumps down, he kind of stands there for a little bit, and you have some time to get to the bonfire on the other end. Let's see if the AI doesn't freak out this time. Okay. He landed now. No. Once again, he is... Okay. Is that he... I don't know, maybe there was an update that, like, made his AI more aggressive, because normally... Wow. Wow. This is really bizarre. I don't even know what killed me there. Okay, let's give this one last try. Technically, you can fight and kill this bridge drake, I think is what people call him, but It's a lot of work, and it's not really worth it. You can see that's about 550 free souls every time he breathes fire on the bridge for the first time. Okay, not messing around this time. Okay. Well, that's that. Let me show you this side room here. It's an interesting little side area here. There's just a bunch of these hollows who are not hostile. And we have what looks like a broken statue. Now, I believe the way this works is if your stats are allocated a specific way, not too specific, but if you have enough stats in a certain stat, that this will become interactable. And there's a thing that can happen. But I'll leave that for you to discover if you don't know already. So this next area can be a bit tricky. So I probably am going to spend souls here. I have something I want to spend these on soon, but I'd rather not lose them. So let's go up in dexterity. So now if we, for some reason, did need to go down the sewers again, we would be able to access this bonfire. Yeah. This is pretty straightforward. So, what do we have here? We have what appears to be some kind of large beast, an armored beast. We've got 2 snipers on that bridge up there. We've got just another swordsman down here. Can make short work of him. If I remember correctly, there's also, yep, there's a guy hiding behind here. But I believe the actual best way to progress through this is to just run. Maybe we can talk about how to fight the bull and get through this the fair way another time, but we don't have time to be doing it right now. So he lowered the gate. If we had not run through here as quickly as we did, this gate would have closed on us, and we would have been basically trapped with the bull and all these guys. Can be pretty frustrating, especially because this gate does not reset when you go back to a bonfire. So you don't really get another chance. If you don't run through the first time the gate is being closed, you will have to, one way or another, get through this area the hard way. There's not really too much else to say about it. There's some small items we missed there, but nothing too important. So, just gonna continue on. Okay, so that is the halberd. That's a pretty good weapon for if you're a new player, because it's a reach weapon, and it also does have like a broad swing, so it lets you play relatively safely. This is our first look at a new enemy type. Those are the Balder Knights. Basically just a tougher version of these guys right here. Oops. Yeah, I did not see the other one. I must have aggroed him from further away. So, I think this means we are going to have to deal with the bull after all. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to just do our normal strategy of trying to pick off enemies one at a time. Yeah, this is a spot where the my big sword does not really shine. Close quarters can be a problem. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Really not having good luck with this so far. So the bull can't follow the boar. Sorry, can't follow us up here. So now is our chance. Okay. So yeah, not having great success here. Okay. Let's just kill the boar. Let me show you how to do it. Before I was so rudely interrupted by just falling off of the ledge. Okay. Like I said before, we're gonna go kill the snipers. So, I don't know why I'm getting stuck on terrain here, but the game basically gives you an easy way out here in the form of an item called the Alluring Skull. You just pick these up, and if we look at the description here, throw to shatter and spread souls to attract certain types of enemies. It's basically a lure that will cause enemies to go to that location. So what we're gonna do is throw this right beside the fire. Right beside the fire. Now he might leave before we can finish him off, but we'll go back. So of course you can fight this thing the old-fashioned way and just stab him a bunch of times, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not really worth it. Sometimes when he dies he drops an item, but regardless of how you kill him, you still have the same chances. There is another Black Knight in this area. I don't know if we can see him, but you can get an easy kill on him in a similar way by just luring him to the fire. We're not going to do that because that strategy kind of requires you to have a good shield, which we don't have. Okay. So this is another trap. An ambush. I'm gonna make use of our reach on this greatsword to kill these things before we can get too close. Still rolling a bit more slowly than I would like. Mystery key. That. Okay, now I'm glad we came this way because that item does have some significance. Let's see. I'm gonna take off my gloves. Try and lighten my load a bit. Okay. Definitely need more points in endurance. Because I'm really only getting 2 swings before I'm out of stamina. him there. And we continue our way up. This is your only way out of the sort of boxed in area with the boar if you did not make it past the gate. So for completion's sake, we're going to go this way, even though I know it's a dead end. We might get an opportunity to backstab, but I don't think we need to. So that's the Knight Shield. It's not as good as it sounds. It's fine. A lot of the shields in this game that aren't, like, the plank shield, specifically, are fine. But you can do a lot better than fine most of the time. Okay. So this is where we died last time. I'm about to get trapped again. Okay. Alright. We are very close to our next bonfire. So here we've got a few more lads standing about. They're here for Sunday Mass. Wow! I was not expecting that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunately we are back here. This is probably a better representation of what the new player experience actually is like. So here we will see one benefit of going to the work of killing the boar is it's now gone for good. It's one of the few enemies in this game that does not respawn. So now really we just kind of have to, you know, take our time to deal with these guys. And don't really need to kill the snipers at this point. I don't think they'll follow us down this way. Although, I could always be wrong. Through this again. Yes, does not look like those guys on that upper level followed us, so it's just going to be dealing with these creatures again. Just need to take our time, play it safe. And eventually we will get through it. Okay. Now, we're here again. We are not going to bother with the knight to our right there. Just going to go this way. Wow. Really aggressive. He's down. I think we just want to kind of, yeah, juke past him. Take him out. Same old song and dance here. Okay. stopping to fight these hollows here, the churchgoers, seems to have been my fatal mistake. I think it's probably best to just run away. Want to make it clear that there's no shame in this. Everyone has to run away. Sometimes. You can always stand and fight if you really want to, but it's really just not worth it a lot of the time. So since we've got some humanity stored up, I should mention, you can see in the top left corner, I've somehow collected 2 humanity. Sometimes just killing enemies will randomly give you humanity. And since we lose that when we die, if we don't pick up our souls, we're just gonna go ahead and spend it. And I'll show you how kindling works. So we're gonna kindle this. So now you can see we have 10 Estus instead of 5. We have a big boss fight coming up in a minute, and there's also, this also opens up as an area later on. So having that bonfire be more powerful is just really good for the long term. So while we're here, we're gonna go meet another of the beloved characters from this game. Mr. Onion Knight.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Still closed. Still closed.
Still closed. I don't know if he has anything else to say.
Still closed. Still
Okay.
closed.
But just keep this image of this spectacular Onion Knight in your mind, because I can assure you we will be seeing him again later. So we kind of have some options here now for what we want to do. Firstly, there's our souls. We have a solid chunk of them. Now, it's definitely tempting to spend them on leveling up, but honestly, what's actually more important in terms of wanting to do more damage is upgrading our weapon, and our pal the blacksmith here can help with that.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astora. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Okay, so to reinforce a weapon, or a basic weapon like these, we need Titanite shards. This will get our weapon from the base form up to +5. We don't currently have any, but luckily, he also sells them. So for now, let's grab 4. I'm going to reinforce the Zweihander. Okay, so the Zweihander is actually more expensive to upgrade than some of these other weapons. So I just forget that that's a thing that happens. So
Don't get yourself.
now is a good opportunity to spend some of those packets of souls that we've been picking up. So let's use this one. I think this will only give us enough for one upgrade. Yeah, unfortunately, it still only gets us one.
Don't get
But
yourself
anyways, we have some other options. There's actually a whole zone with its own bosses if we go down this way. It has several pretty good items, and definitely a big opportunity to stock up on souls. But before we consider that, let's just check out the church. We have a boss coming up relatively soon, so now that I'm online... Oh, am I online? I might be offline. Let's go online. Let's double check. So if we're online, one second. So, since we're online, like I said earlier, and we're near a boss, we might see that, which is a summoning sign. This will allow us to summon another player to help us. Wow. Now, it is tempting to summon right now, but I did just get enough souls to upgrade my weapon one more time. Ideally, I would have this weapon at +5 before I would fight the boss, but if you summon someone, it definitely makes the math a lot more forgiving. So let's just go get this to +2, and then we'll see what our friend from another world can do to help us.
Well, hello, you need... Don't get...
Alright. So we didn't rest the bonfire, so enemies should still be dead that we killed. Ah, looks like we missed our chance. But there may be another one soon. And that's okay, because I kind of want to explore a bit before we involve someone else. So we got this larger knight as well. This is another opportunity to bait someone to a more favorable arena. Okay, looks like our friend is back. It's pretty hard if you didn't see. But as with most enemies that hit really hard, it's pretty slow. So he drops some Titanite for us, and let's see if we can get this guy to help. So when we summon, it will close off certain areas that don't have the online stuff enabled. Figure out what we're gonna do when he arrives. Here he is. Let's give a little wave. So there's some stuff going on here. I'm gonna grab this item because it's important. Firekeeper soul. And we're gonna go up this way. Some armor there. hopefully, okay, you can see this guy slightly. He's dancing around, and he's a channeler. He can cast spells at us, and he can make these smaller guys hit harder and take more damage. Okay, so the lock on him is really getting us in trouble. So now we're going to beat him up. Okay, so this guy has heal spells. That's good to know. I'm gonna grab an item here. Okay, our friend is already ahead, going to the area I wanted to go to anyway. Alright, we're going to quickly check in on secret. That key we picked up earlier. Here.
Oh, then I am in luck. As you can see,
I'm gonna free our friend here.
thank you. I am Knight Lautrec. I truly appreciate this.
Alright, so he promises to reward us later for freeing him. But I can tell our friend here is a little impatient, so let's get to the boss. Even with the two of us, this boss can be pretty difficult, especially for new players. I feel like I say that a lot. Every boss is pretty hard for new players. But, yeah, this one in particular tends to be an interesting one. So here's our friend Solaire, but I'd rather not have an AI person help us when we can have a real person. This boss in particular is just one that, like, even having played this game dozens of times, I sometimes still get stuck on this boss for like a few runs, for a few attempts, and I don't really know why that is. I think there's a couple slightly off things about the fight that make it kind of easy to make a mistake and die for it. So this is the first major boss of the game. You have to fight this boss if you would like to complete the game. To get to the end, you have to kill this boss. The Taurus demon that we fought earlier is actually skippable. So one fun thing here is that, like the Bells of Awakening, there's not just one Bell Gargoyle, there's two. But our friend here is helping us quite a lot. And that's that. So, yeah, a good takeaway from this is if you are nervous about fighting a boss, summoning someone to help, very, very effective. And with that, we are going to ring the first Bell of Awakening. Just gotta climb all the way to the top of this tower. Fun fact, if you can hear that bell ringing right now, that means someone in another world, and like someone else playing the game right now, just rung it. That's it. Not really, we know there's 2 bells, and the thing that's supposed to happen happens after we ring both, so that's just, an awkward little cutscene. Okay. Get to the bottom of this bell tower again. Surely there will be no surprises awaiting for us. Oh! Who's this?
Greetings. I am Oswald of Career, the Paul. Thou art a friend. For thee,
I love this guy.
welcome. Cometh thou to confess, or to accuse? For indeed all sin is my domain.
I really love this guy. Look at the drip. No one else in this game is dripped out like this man. So, this guy offers a number of interesting utility items. Some rings that can boost your resistances, another ring of sacrifice. There's a very odd talisman here that I think... So talismans cast miracles, but this one scales with intelligence instead of faith. There's a spell here, or sorry, it's a miracle that I think I still don't fully understand how this miracle works. Don't think people use it all that often. Really, some of the most important things here are homeward bones. These are very useful items to have on you. They let you return to a bonfire without dying or walking all the way back. Purging stones are very important for curing a status ailment that will become more prevalent later on. I might actually just get one here, just to have it for the future. There's some online related items here, and the main other 2 things here are, well, one, we're going to learn a gesture, because he has a great gesture, but also we can leave our covenant through him, and we can request absolution. So this is kind of vague if you don't know what it does, but essentially, if you do something to anger an NPC in the game, if you do something to cause a character in the game to become hostile to you, you can come to Oswald and request absolution. And once you do it, you'll have to pay a fine. Once the fine is paid, the hostility towards you from all NPCs in the world will be reset, and you should be able to talk to them again.
Thou art welcome any time. It is a...
It's a very useful feature to have, because it is easy to accidentally do something that interferes with a certain character that you want to be talking to. And if you are, if you haven't experienced it yet, it's maybe worth pointing out that none of the NPCs in this game are invulnerable. You can kill basically every NPC in the game, and once you like hit them or hurt them, they will become hostile. So, like that blacksmith down there, we don't really want to kill him because he's very useful. So I mentioned that there's some stuff we can go down from by the blacksmith, but before we do that, let's take this little lift here. Let's see where it takes us. Might be starting to look familiar. Here we are. We are back at Firelink Shrine. This is, I think, one of those big aha moments in like a person's first playthrough. We have now closed the loop. We are now fully connected from this staircase we took last episode. Makes a full circle all the way back to that lift that we just came down from. This is going to kind of establish the first major loop of the game. There's a number of areas sort of along that circle, mainly here and up by Andre, There's a number of places there and items there that are very useful, and we're going to be going back and forth quite a lot. So I think the next thing I want to do is explore some areas by Andre a bit more. But before we do that, let's rest. And let's see if we have a friend here. We do. This is... I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello there. I have your reward. Please.
It's the guy we freed from his prison cell.
I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
So let's do a quick look at some of the items we've been given recently. Specifically, he gave us the sunlight medal, which you can see we have 2 of them. The first one we actually got from, I believe it was, you get one when you fight with a person with a gold summon sign. But what it is, the faintly warm metal engraved with the symbol of the sun is the ultimate honor, awarded to those who summon the warrior of sunlight and complete a goal. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the annals. But the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. So there's a bit of lore here with this god of war, a sort of unknown son of Lord Gwyn, who we saw in the intro cutscene. But primarily the purpose this serves is you can exchange these for a reputation in the Warriors of Sunlight Covenant. And these unlock some rewards for you once you hit certain thresholds of reputation. Mainly if you're doing a faith-based build, you will probably want to be active in this covenant because there's some very, very useful things that you can get from it. But for us, I don't think we're going to be focusing too much on that. Let's talk to... Oh. There was one other thing I wanted to show. It's Firekeeper Soul. Soul of a long-lost Firekeeper. Each Firekeeper is a corporeal manifestation of her bonfire, and a draw for the humanity which is offered to her. Her soul is gnawed by infinite humanity and can boost the power of precious Estus flasks. It can be used to gain humanity and restore HP at the cost of losing the Firekeeper soul to reinforce the Estus flasks. So, there's another character down here we haven't met yet. She cannot speak. This is actually a Firekeeper. And she will allow us to do is we bring her the soul of other Firekeepers. She will make our Estus flasks stronger. So we now have an Estus flask +1. This means that whenever we drink from the flask, we will get more healing. I think I neglected to mention this the first time we were here in Firelink, but once again, there is another path downward here that goes to a different zone, a different part of the game. I'm going to save that area for later, but just know that like this game is a lot more open than it looks from the way I'm playing it. I'm taking a relatively standard kind of linear route, but as a new player, you really do have a lot of options to explore, although it is definitely the case that some of these routes are highly difficult if you are not prepared for them. Anyway, let's talk to this guy one more time.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Okay. So, it's a little prickly. We saved him, and he all of a sudden decides he wants nothing to do with us. Let's just talk to some NPCs.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
He's being pretty pessimistic, but he kind of has reason to be, as we'll see in a future video. Getting to the next bell is a bit of an ordeal. Interesting. Sounds like something is snoring here. That's very normal. And let's talk to our cleric friend one more time.
Oh, hello. I will teach you miracles.
Okay, nothing new from him.
Come
Don't
again.
really want to learn any miracles at the moment. So, I think to wrap up this video, let's go see if we can get this weapon to +5 with the souls from that boss. Now, there may be a thing... Some bosses actually drop souls. Okay, so the gargoyles do not. So that is a thing to look out for in the future. There's some additional enemies on like one other item back that way, but it's not really worth the effort. Just running past parishioners. Let's rest here to sort of set this as our home base instead of Firelink. And let's see if we can get this sword to +5. We actually might be able to get it further since I believe... Yeah, we have some large Titanite. This would get us... This, I think, could get us to +6 or +7. Oh, no, it can't. Well, maybe it can. Let's see.
Well, you need...
Yeah, okay. So, modify equipment is a thing we'll be engaging with a bit more later. This will allow you to upgrade weapons past +5, and certain modifications will add different effects on top of just increasing damage. Or they will change the way the damage is calculated based on your stats and that sort of thing. To unlock these modifications, we need embers, which are like items that are kind of hidden away in different zones, and obtaining them will unlock those other options. We don't have those right now, so for now let's just focus on getting to +5. Okay. So I believe we're gonna need 4 more. Okay. We have now gotten this weapon as highly upgraded as we can for the moment. Those remaining souls, I'll go ahead and spend. Try and get a bit more stamina and health. If I were a newer player, I would probably want to be putting points into these stats more aggressively, but I think I can afford to play a little bit more risky. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Join me next episode as we explore the mysteries of the Darkroot Garden. Thanks for watching.